Well, for most people in our area, last winter seemed to be a little bit easier than what we're typically used to. But for the Minnesota Department of Transportation, that was not necessarily the case. Our Lacey Monteleone has more.
For those who work at the Minnesota Department of Transportation, winter is always a part of the day, in one form or another.
We'll have enough salt on hand, and we have enough sand on hand. And we actually bring our trucks in before winter, and we go over them with a fine-tooth comb with the mechanics to make sure that they're functioning at the level we need to.
Especially necessary, since in this business you never quite know what a winter will bring.
Across the state, the weather situations that we experience can all be different. I mean, what we experience up here in northern Minnesota can certainly be different from what it's like down in the metro area or in southern Minnesota.
For the state of Minnesota, last winter was unusual. The warmer weather allowed them to focus on different projects. But for the Bemidji area, that was not the case, and they actually used a record amount of salt.
We used in the district 12,000 tons of salt last year. That's considerable.
The reason so much salt was used has to do with the number of ice events in the area.
And we can plow the snow off, but we can't plow the ice off very well. So we ended up putting more product on it to get rid of it.
Now that winter is over, MnDOT in Bemidji is now able to take up different work activities that those working in more southern areas of the state were able to get caught up on.
We're kind of in a transition, I would say, from our winter maintenance activities. We're making adjustments on our equipment and things like that, but really taking care of things for the spring and moving into the summer.
But still looking ahead to what comes after.
Winter as us is just a normal function of what we do.
Which is always preparing for winter. Lacey Monteleone, Lakeland News.
And right now, the Department of Transportation is focusing on catching up on projects that can't be done in the winter, which include maintenance activities like patching potholes, brushing, and fixing guardrails.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.